everyone, this is Annie Pennington, and today I'm going to show you the steps I took to create a Junior Justice Society of America badge using a stamping from PotterUSA. The first step in getting this brooch going is to cut it out from the sheet of 18 gauge copper. I'm using a jeweler's saw with a 3/0 blade, but really any blade smaller than that would work just fine. I am sawing around a Sharpie line. What I did was I just used a wide tip, or I think it's actually called a fine tip, but a Sharpie, and traced around the raised edge of the stamping. This gives me just kind of a quick and easy way to get a somewhat even border so that I don't have to cut right up against the edge of the stamping itself. I am keeping my saw frame vertical. That's really important. And I'm occasionally lubricating it using burr life to reduce friction and allow the saw frame or the saw blade to cut more smoothly. As I reach the end, I'm starting to saw a little bit more slowly so that I don't, pop through the end. And there is the piece completely sawn out. The next step is to file the edges to get rid of any saw marks and to make sure that the form is even and smooth. So first I start out with a hand file. I'm working from any angle that's necessary, resting the piece against the bench pin for stability. And I am making a lot of little decisions as I'm going to make sure that the sides are even, make sure that the form is symmetrical. I'm also using the file at a slight angle to remove any burrs. And here I've switched to a smaller needle file, and what this does is gets rid of the marks left by the larger file. After filing, I sanded the edges to remove any file marks and refine the edges. Here I'm attaching the pin back onto the back of the badge using silver solder. So I'm adjusting the flame, picking up and flowing solder onto the pin stem itself. Then I'm holding it in place, heating it until the solder flows, and doing a little check, make sure everything looks right. I'm turning off my torch, and then we'll be picking it up with a pair of tweezers and quenching the brooch in water. After soldering, I use copper tongs to place the piece into an acid bath, which is called pickle, and this removes the oxidation caused by soldering. After the piece is clean, I place the brooch into a water bath, and then use a soapy brass brush to scrub the entire surface of the piece. This burnishes it and brings up the shine. Here I'm applying a liver of sulfur patina to the copper. This will darken it and highlight the details. First I dip it in the solution, then rinse it in water, and then go back and forth dipping and rinsing until I achieve the color I want. Here's the final piece with the patina. The final step is to selectively remove the patina from the surface of the copper, leaving the patina in the recesses. I'm using powdered pumice, which is just slightly abrasive. I dip my finger in it, rub it against the surface of the copper until I remove as much patina as I want. Here's the final piece. Thanks for watching.